Welcome everybody to today's 1 million by 1 million strategy roundtable for entrepreneurs. As you know, the 1 million by 1 million initiative is to help 1 million entrepreneurs reach $1 million in annual revenue and beyond. And we are working with people all over the world. As you can see today, we have people from the US, we have people from Israel, from Brazil, from India, all over the place. And on a routine basis at this forum, we see a very, very international congregation, and we hear from what's happening in different parts of the world. This is a virtual program, 100% virtual program, which is why everybody from anywhere in the world can access it and use the services. We are going to record this call and make it available to you. So if you want to replay it and listen to it later, or you want to forward it to people who have not been present today, you will be able to do that. And we do live to tweet this show. So Maureen will be live tweeting the show from the @1M by 1M account. And if you are live tweeting, use hashtag 1M1M or @1M by 1M to indicate that you are part of this show so that we can also retweet your stuff. So the first presenter today is Siddesh Joglekar. Everybody else, please go on mute, but Siddesh, unmute your line and come and tell us what Estate Lister is all about.
Okay. So Estate Lister, we call it India's only real estate platform. The concept is simple. We not only help people online to discover properties, and to get more choice with respect to properties, but also we actually help them in acquiring those data, actually help them with the finalizing the deals. Okay. And right now we are presenting 3 cities in India, Mumbai, Pune and Delhi. Okay. Coming to start the value proposition. The value proposition is simple. If we plot graph between amount of choice in finding a home and reliability in finding a house, the current proponents, current real estate industry professionals are in these regions. A broker does not have a lot of choice and is not reliable as well in finding a house. Be it rental, be it on an outright basis, right? Mm-hmm. Similarly, builders, brokers, big brokers, other sites have a lot of choice, but they do not have the reliability because they are not present offline. They are not present on the ground. Whereas estate research aims to be right there with respect to high reliability and a lot of choice.
What does it mean?
Next slide.
Siddesh, what does it mean to be present on the ground? What is the form that takes?
Yes. So, for example, Sramana wants to take on rent a place in Andheri, which is a suburb in Mumbai. We actually take her to brokers in our network and help her with her actual property choice. Okay, this society might be good, this society is good for XYZ reasons, that society might be good for ABC reasons, that way. That is being present on the ground. Okay?
Yeah.
Next slide. Okay. How do we take it to the next slide?
Here we go. You have the next slide up.
Yeah. So, to achieve this vision, we have created a product group here. Firstly, as a market differentiator, we have given 3 property listings. And all the other major products in the market, such as Magic Bricks or Makan or 99 acres, those guys have unlimited property listing at some cost, around $300 per year. And in our case, it is free property listing forever and for always.
So do you make money?
You did a Q&A. No. For listing is completely free. For ads, we take money and we make money offline.
How do you make money offline?
Brokerage.
Okay. So you're basically a brokerage firm.
No. We are basically an internet firm because a broker is limited by geographical area, whereas I am operating across cities.
Yeah, but if your business model is primarily brokerage, then you're going to have to build this build this business in a way that you can generate enough money. If the brokerage is what's putting the business financially, then you need to build enough coverage for that.
But right now, as I see it, brokerage cannot be a model because broker has a lot of specialization. My model will be to create a network of brokers and to supplement their revenues in the long term. Right now, I am doing this in order to sustain myself.
Okay, keep going. I'm listening.
Yeah. Then there's a Q&A forum, proper Q&A forum. Mm-hmm. There's flatmates, lot of products. Mm-hmm. As far as offline is concerned, we have invested our time and effort into around these 6 things. Stuff like creating broker relations. So today we have a 600 member strong broker network in India.
Okay.
We have got strong supply chain alliances. Previous year, please. Strong supply chain alliances. We have, we have strong supply chain alliances. We have got a lot of builder evangelism. We have created contacts with prominent builders in India such as Dora and India Builds. Okay, coming to the next slide, segmentation analysis. Right now, as I see it, customers, these are my 3 broad customer segments. Recently passed out students, experienced people, and corporates. And for now, my target customer is simple, a person like you who is a recent MBA or a college pass out, who is an aspirant with respect to the quality of living and all, who is an internet savvy, brings value for money, and generally realizes that real estate is a very good investment option in India. Mm-hmm. Next slide. Next slide, please. Yeah. Customer acquisition strategy. Currently, our customer acquisition strategy is referral as far as offline is concerned. And online, we are doing a lot of stuff. Basically, free stuff. We are pushing our products on Facebook. Our sign up is through Facebook. So whenever someone signs up on our product, it goes on Facebook feed. And
Siddhesh, do you have revenues right now? You have the site growing currently 400% month to month. Do you have revenues? Are transactions happening from which you're generating either brokerage revenues, or are you getting advertising revenues? Is there some business happening? Yes?
Yes.
What kind of revenue level have you been able to generate?
Right now, through ads, we are generating something like 75,000 rupees a month, 75,000 rupees in the last month. Okay. And through brokerage, we are generating something in the range of 2 lakhs to 5 lakhs per month.
Per month. Okay.
Converting into INR, converting into dollars, it is something like $5,000 through brokerage and around $1,500 through ads.
Okay. And what is your cost structure right now?
Cost structure right now we are operating at something like 14 employees. Mm-hmm. And growing fast.
And what does that cost you? What does that cost you right now to maintain that structure?
Well, cost will be all told it will be around 2 lakh rupees, which is something like $4,000.
Okay, so you're basically the business, the money that the business is generating is able to support your operations.
Yes, that is how I'm operating.
Perfect. All right, that's a very good baseline to start from. Okay, keep going.
Yeah. So customer validation. I'm informing 3 types of customers. There's a builder, there's a property dealer, and there's a customer, end customer. So with respect to builders, we have Loda Group and India Builds. We are listing and marketing all of the Lodas in India, which projects all over India.
Okay.
Not all over India. We have got 750 plus brokers from Mumbai. We have 600 plus brokers from Delhi. And 300 plus brokers in Pune now. And in the process of executing a lot of deals in Mumbai as well.
And help me understand a bit how the brokerage relationships work, because you are you just told me that you are also generating brokerage revenues yourselves. So you have your own broker as well as you're working with brokers elsewhere who are using your site to search for properties, yes?
Yes. So right now, what the way it is happening is it's a totally performance model, and essentially I'm promising the broker that first your revenue will go from 1x to 1.5x because of tying up with me, and that becomes an interesting proposition for him to share its revenues with me.
And oh, I see. So the brokers are sharing revenues with you.
Yes, because we are doing these together. So sometimes I bring customers, he has the property. Sometimes he has the customer, I have the property.
Okay. So basically, the brokerage revenue that you're generating today is based on these kinds of revenue share deals. You don't have to hire your own brokers.
No, I cannot do that. I cannot do that right now.
Okay.
I cannot hire my own brokers.
No, I think this is
that will be an interesting model, provided I get some funding.
Siddesh, if the model is to do revenue sharing with brokers, that is a much better model than having to hire your own brokers.
Perfect. That is the meaning of 750 brokers in Mumbai.
Okay.
Basically, I have tied up with them in such a way that on a performance basis, if I deliver value to them, we will share their revenues or stuff with me.
Okay. So keep going. I think I've got your business. I understand your business. So now let's go to your questions.
Yeah. So I needed help. If you could get some influential people all over the world to write about me, that would be really great. Because I need some buzz in the blogosphere.
Yeah.
I'm doing it myself too. Basically, my US version of the website went live 10 days back.
Yes. So we have, as part of the 1 million by 1 million initiative, we help you do all that. We have a very strong presence in the PR world, both for our own channels as well as channels that we connect you to. That's something that we can definitely coach you on, as well as give you access to some of that if that's something that you decide to do, is join the program. And your question about funding, I think I would build this a little bit more in terms of validation. Since you do have cash to last some more time, I would just get more momentum going, since I think that's why I was asking you questions about what is your cost structure and what is, how are you financing the operations. I think you've gotten to a point where, it's not going to be that difficult to double your revenues very soon. Within a few months, you will be able to double your revenues, and you will be able to generate a lot of momentum just based on your organic growth if we do a few things right. And yes, there is the PR channels, the blogosphere, the Twitter world, all that we can teach you how to leverage that, and we can help you leverage that through our channels. I think this is eminently bootstrappable, and we need to do some analysis on what do you think of, what we think is the TAM for this, the total available market, and so forth. After we do those analysis and kind of do some projection analysis, we can decide on when to look for funding. We can make that decision. I'm going to need to work with you some more to finalize what those decisions are. But I think this business you can build both in a bootstrap fashion, and most likely this is something that is going to be financeable as well, based on my gut feeling. So we can do the analysis, the right structure, the right framework and everything, and make that decision. I can't tell you off the top of my head without making some of those projections, looking at some of those spreadsheet numbers, but I can tell you how to build that, build the spreadsheet based on which we're going to make that decision.
Yes.
Okay.
And Sramana, final question. I wanted you to, share your learnings from Zillow. I had read your articles about Zillow, and they are really in-depth and really impressive.
Yeah. So,
you write a lot about Zillow on your blog.
Well, we covered the online real estate sector, not just Zillow. We cover Zillow, we cover Trulia, we cover Move, we cover all the online real estate sector. We have a very, very sound understanding of what's happening in the online real estate structure. And what you're doing is basically a concept arbitrage of what the models that have been successful here in India. So this is an area that we know very well. You know, if you read up all my writings on Web 3.0, we've, I think, even done with Web 3.0 and real estate as a category. So there's, you know, the 1 million by 1 million program has very deep understanding of the real estate market, online real estate business.
Okay.
So one of the things
that is only in the US, not in India.
Well, there hasn't been that much in India, right? There's been marginal plays in India. I've looked at some of those real estate sites in India, but they're not that compelling. So I agree with you. There is an opportunity to do the real estate site for India, whether you call it the Zillow of India or Trulia of India, whatever. But I think there is a big opportunity for that. Have you studied the Web 3.0 framework? Siddesh?
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So that's
All
interesting. Okay. And yeah, so fine. You have a look at my website as well. Basically, lots of my sub products are going live very soon as well. Yeah, it is interesting. I mean,
so Siddesh, my suggestion to you, why don't you hang on? I will talk about how I work with entrepreneurs in the 1 million by 1 million program a little bit later, because a lot of the things that you are asking for are part of the premium program. So hang on, let me work with the other 3 entrepreneurs, and then I will get to exactly how I will be working with you guys. Okay?
Okay. I'll just hang up.
Just listen. So Siddesh, you go on mute, and the next person who's going to be presenting is Nir. So Nir, if you could unmute your line and come and present job. Are you on, Nir?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you fine. Go ahead.
Hi everyone, my name is Nir Savitsky and I'm the founder of Job Voyage. I'm located in Israel, and Job Voyage is basically, in one sentence, a social CRM for a job seeker. So it's not a job board or anything like this. Let me talk about what happens in a typical career process. So usually when someone is looking for a new job, he's planning what it's going to be, and then he's starting searching and applying for these positions, usually through job boards or recruiters, and basically he can manage the process or not, using Excel, Outlook, or even paper, until he finds suitable jobs, and then the whole process starts from the beginning. What most people are actually focusing is the use of the job boards and recruiters, because it's very convenient and very simple, and this is how they apply for jobs. But in fact, it's actually reducing their chances to find a job. The reason is, statistically, is that what was found is almost only 10% of jobs found are through job boards, but actually about 70% is from using networking and your connections and your friends. So this is the typical career process, and this is where we want to help the job seeker and give him a better solution than what he has now. It's not replacing the current solution like job boards. It's more of a complementary solution.
Okay.
So basically what we're focusing on this part of managing the process. And what we do is basically 2 major things in order to help the job seeker. One is we're activating his social network. So whether he has connections in LinkedIn mostly or Facebook, we're actually helping him to use them in a most effective way. And the second thing is what we do is giving him very personalized information that can help him in the process. Information related to the jobs or the companies that he's interested in. And these are things that, of course, are all included in one place. So while it can
give me a use case, like let's say I'm a student in a university and I'm going to go out and look for a job. I have a LinkedIn profile, I have a Facebook profile, and I have a resume. I understand where maybe I'm looking for a programming job of some sort. I'm a computer science student. How would I be using your system?
Okay, so you would continue to apply or search for jobs in the same job boards that you're looking for, or through recruiters. But basically what we do is automatically we sync all your jobs into our solution. Mm-hmm. And for each job, for example, if you have you see a job in a specific company that you're interested in, we actually show you all the connections, for you in this company. So let's say you have a LinkedIn account, you can see all your connections, and we show you in a very clever way which connections can help you more. And of course, you can contact them directly, and they can answer you through our system. The second thing is that we give you some valuable information about this company that you cannot find anywhere else, or about a specific job. So let's say you want to ask, what questions are going to be asked in the interview, or what's the culture working this company. These are things that we can help you using both the social networks and the community.
So, Nir, are you familiar with what Simply Hired is doing with LinkedIn?
Yes, there are different job boards like Simply Hired that are giving some of these features, like showing your connections in LinkedIn. But again, this is all specific for one job board. So usually a candidate is using more than one job board, maybe 3, 4, 5. And sometimes not just job boards. And you can use our tool to get all these solutions in one place.
But Simply Hired is not a job board, right? It's a vertical search engine. It collects jobs from all over the internet. So conceivably, they have reach into all these different job boards, and two, they are tying into social media, especially into LinkedIn, in a very tight way. So I guess what I'm trying to understand is where it sounds like it is a feature of Simply Hired. You're trying to build a company out of this value proposition. Is this viable?
Well, it's not a feature because, again, Simply Hired is an aggregator, and you're right, it's showing jobs from many job boards. But people are using Simply Hired or Indeed or Monster, and not just one place. So basically, we help them like showing all these jobs that they are applying from in our product, and then they can manage the process. Like which contacts I've been in touch with, what's going to be my next interview, some reminders to follow up. All these things are not done by these job boards. So we have like one platform, one dashboard where you can manage your job process.
Okay. And what validation have you done so far?
Okay, this is actually the next slide.
But go ahead. You want to talk about market segmentation? That's fine.
Yes. Our market is, of course, the job seekers. We're building a product that can be specific per country, and we're actually want to start with India first. But again, there will be specific features per country. We're targeting job seekers that are using sites, using mostly LinkedIn and any job board. Mm-hmm. Job seeker could be someone that is unemployed or looking for a new job. Mm-hmm. And in terms of professionals, mostly we're talking about people that are graduating from colleges and universities, or more experienced people like 5 to 15 years of experience. So again, as I said, our first market in terms of focus is the India market, which has about 10 million LinkedIn users, dozens of millions that are visiting career sites and are according to our profile that we're looking for.
Okay.
Okay. In terms of customer acquisition, I mentioned here the B2C, mostly B2C. So we're going to use social networks, SEO, career blogs, job fairs, anywhere where we think job seekers can be found. We're also thinking about a solution for a B2B or some kind of joint ventures with businesses like universities or colleges, which can use our solution as a white label or even job boards, and of course recruiters which can be interested in job seekers that are in our site. So for each of these, we have actually different business model. The business model for the consumer is based on freemium, and I don't. Yeah.
What premium? What is premium here? What is free and what is premium?
Okay, the basic product will be free. There will be some premium features, and but again, the basic product will be always free. We might also have some additional services for job seekers, like CV upgrade and some webinars or seminars.
I don't like that at all. I think part of the problem with the internet is everybody is expecting everything. Consumers are expecting everything for free. And going from free to premium is very difficult. And in this case, it's going to take you a long time to build enough of a free customer base, and then starting to convert that into premium. How much? It's going to be very, very difficult to get validation on that. On the other hand, I like your B2B business model a lot more. I think universities, colleges are, they are interested in providing services to the, job seekers. And you talked about the Indian market. There's a lot of for-profit universities and colleges in India right now. This is something that you may want to look into. It may not be directly that the universities will be paying you to host this, this program, but you could be building networks that have sponsorships and people particularly interested in recruiting from those colleges, from the employer side. There are ways of creating more innovating, more interesting business models here. I am not at all convinced by the B2C freemium model. I think there are more interesting opportunities in doing something with the universities and colleges. That I think that's going to be more interesting.
Okay.
And you have to pick one strategy. You can't have these. You have 7. Basically, you can't do universities and colleges and job portals and recruiters. I think these are very different businesses. At this stage of the business, you're going to have to decide on one strategy and follow through on that strategy and validate on that strategy. So going back to my original question, let's talk about validation. Where are you? What have you done so far?
Okay, so we've been actually active for over a year in Israel as a beta site. We were focusing on more of the features of the management organization. This was our initial product. We have one job search site in Israel that we actually did a joint venture and integration. So like every job, a user or job seeker in this job search can save any job to our site very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
We have cooperation with a lot of career consultants and coaches in Israel and career bloggers.
Mm-hmm.
So this is another way of marketing our product. And we actually have been in contact with several academic institutions in Israel which showed interest in the product. So as you said, this is why we think it's also a good potential.
And what do you hear from these academic institutions in Israel? Are they willing to pay for having a white label solution?
So far, no. But what they're willing to do is actually market our product to all their graduates.
Mm-hmm.
And we talked about, for example, if we were charging the product, then to give some discount for any job seeker that is coming from a university where we're cooperating with.
I have some skepticism about whether consumers are going to pay for it or not. So if neither academic institution nor consumers, nor the students pay for it, then we have a business model problem here.
Okay. Yeah, it's different from university to university. It wasn't very consistent. But this is one of the questions or challenges that I was going to ask at the end, related to the India market. Just to finish about it, we were doing preliminary market research in India to see who is actually active in this market. We had some focus groups with job seekers to understand more how the product is going to be useful for them. And also we have a local partner that is developing the product. So this is our status for now.
Okay.
Okay, my questions are, we discussed some of it, is about, first one is of course the business model and whether B2C or B2B is better one, and whether do you think that our users are going to pay from some few premium features. This is one thing. And specifically for India, which one do you think would work better, or which one to start with?
So I don't think B2C would work in India at all. You have to find some sort of a B2B channel. B2C would work, people would use the free product, but getting to premium is going to be very, very difficult for you. And that, I think that is a problem, because if you have to build a business, at the end of the day, at least in our philosophy, in the 1 million by 1 million philosophy, we want you to build a business that has revenues. So you can't provide really a free service that doesn't generate revenues, and you're not able to convert anything into premium. Because I think what will happen is you will get users, and people are going to use the free service, and when it comes to converting into premium, Indians are very, very tight with their wallets. So this is where I think you're going to run into problems. The B2B is interesting because so in India right now, there is a real boom going on in the education market, for-profit education market. There are lots of private colleges and, starting out, whether it's engineering colleges, business schools, professional schools, vocational schools, all sorts of things. I think that's a segment that you should go after, and you should go talk to them and see if they're willing to maybe go find a list of the, maybe find about 100 for-profit colleges or business schools, whatever, and then go talk to these people and do a comprehensive market validation with them to see what business model are they comfortable with in terms of working with you. Because I think to bring this product to market, white labeling for specific business schools is probably specific for, especially the for-profit business schools, is probably the best way for you to go. You could even test the top schools in India, the the IITs and IIMs, but these people, the students are in such high demand, and the placement offices are, you know, they can place everybody because the job market in India is booming right now. So the top schools don't really have a lot of difficulty placing people, but the for-profit schools, one of the primary value proposition that they offer to the audience, to their constituency, is placement. So to the extent that you can really enhance the placement piece of these for-profit schools, I think that is a very interesting value proposition.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Pradeep Chaudhary, Service Sutra. You're up next.
Yes, I'm there. The
All right,
start?
go ahead. Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead. Go on, Pradeep.
Hello?
Yeah, go on. Go on with your presentation.
Okay. Yeah, fine. Service Sutra is basically it's a platform where we connect consumers to a service professional. The basic idea is the way we used to search service provider is like when you are looking for something, you go for directories or for print directories or online directories or Google it. You come across like hundreds of listings where you don't know which provider is better for a particular service, which provider will give you the better rate, which provider will give you which provider's credential is better. So you don't have any way to judge the service provider, and specifically the price. If you talk about products, say a mobile phone, very easily you can understand what the cost price of this product in Kolkata or anywhere in the world. But as far as services are concerned, it's a very big thing to know which service provider you need to hire and at what price. So basically the idea behind Service Sutra is consumer will come to our website, they will post the requirement, and we will connect these consumers to the human verified service professional. When we say human verified, that means we have screened the service professional, we have filled all the we have certain minimum criteria to get registered on our website, and someone who passes those criteria, we register them on our website, we list them, we build their credential, and we connect them to the consumers. So the moment consumers submit their requirement,
services. Give some examples of what kinds of services.
Local services. So you are looking for a packer or mover. You don't know how much should be the price. So in that case, if you come to our website and submit your requirement that yes, this is Pradeep, I want to shift my home from Kolkata to Bangalore, and I need to hire a packer or mover, then the moment you submit your requirement, I connect you to 3 service professionals. Within minutes, the service professional will call you back. You talk to them, you request for the quotation, get the quotation, talk to them, see the credential. You will be able to do the rating and reviews, what other customers are saying about the particular service provider. Based on all these things, you can make a well-informed decision.
Yeah.
I mean, when you are hiring interior decorators, you don't know how much should be the cost. So in that case, we are talking about only services, where the cost is something which depends on the quality and expertise, and there are so many things. I mean, if you talk of say you want to get a website developed, you don't know what should be the fair cost. What is the cost? Which programmers should you hire? You don't know that. So basically, the idea is you come here, you post your requirement, and we get you connected to other service professionals who can, there are other advantages as well. I mean, within the moment you post your requirement, you are getting connected to service professionals. They give you the quotations, you compare the rates, estimates, and everything. And based on that, you are making a decision. You are able to take the profile and then all the reviews, testimonials that past customers have written for that particular service provider.
Yeah, I understand.
And, yeah. You are not calling different service providers, rather we make them call you, so you are getting an advantage as well. So these are the features. So these are the features for customers. And for service professionals, if you are a service professional who want to be very competent with the services that you are offering to your customers, you can come to our website and offer your services. Okay? So
Okay.
that's about it.
Okay, and the business model is that you're going to talk about the business model.
Pardon? Yeah, the business model is very simple. I mean, for consumers, it's very much free. They don't have to pay anything. And for service professionals, we are charging them per referral. We'll be charging them. If you send you one customer, you need to pay me extra amount. So that's our business model. We'll be charging service professionals based on the referrals that we are sending to them. Okay. So it's certainly that's our business model.
Okay.
Okay, and as far as customer validation work and all those things are concerned, we have been doing this for one particular sector, that is moving, packing and moving. We have done this for one sector and we have done it well. So based on that, we thought why not to move to other service sectors as well, and that motivated us to come up with this service sector. Okay.
Tell me more about what you've done for. So tell me more about what have you done for the moving and storage industry?
Actually, we have a portal called moverspackerspost.com where we do exactly this thing. But there are some added features that we have introduced in the service sutra. Basically, the Movers Packers Post, that's a website that we are running since last 1 year. And the concept is same, like consumers come to our website, they submit their requirements, and that we verify that requirement, and we send it to service professional.
No, I understand. So, Pradeep, Movers Packers Quotes is a US company that you're managing their website for. Is that what you said?
No. That's the website that I have been running. That's the website that I have been running.
Oh, it's your website.
That's my website, actually.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
So based on those learnings,
yeah,
go on, ma'am.
What are the metrics for Movers Packers Quotes? How many users do you have? What kind of... Yeah.
Yeah, please come again.
What are the metrics? How many how many users do you have? How much money are you generating out of Movers Packers Quotes?
Basically, I don't have exact figures in front of me, but in general, if we talk, what we do is at this point in time, we are generating leads to PPC. So
sorry, I can't hear you. I didn't understand what you said.
Yeah. What I'm saying is, we have service professionals registered on our website from different cities, that is Delhi, Kolkata, Mumbai, Bangalore, Pune, Chennai, Hyderabad, different cities.
Okay.
And for each inquiry that we are generating, we are sending it to 3 professionals. So each inquiry is sending me roughly 500 or something. Okay. And on an average, 1,000 or plus inquiries are being generated per month to the website.
So how much money do you make from Movers Packers Quotes per month?
The revenue you are talking about?
Yes.
Talking about revenue?
Revenue, yeah.
Revenue, I need to calculate, but roughly, if I have to give an idea, just a second. Roughly 5 lakh rupees per month.
Okay. So you have a decent benchmark validation. This is very good. I like it a lot. I think. And what is the competition in the market right now? Is it in the Indian market? Are these service provider? By the way, these kinds of services in the US have been extremely successful. So I'm completely with you that the concept-wise, you're working on something very promising. It's not a very organized sector in India yet, but there must be some competition already, no?
Yeah. When we talk of competition, our main competitor here in India is Justdial, because Justdial is doing the same thing. They are connecting consumers to the service professional. That's what they do. But having said that, they're doing this on telephone. And the disadvantage that Justdial or there is another website called Sulekha.com. They are doing the same thing. They are very big companies.
Mm-hmm.
Disadvantage with them is they are dealing with everything. I mean, you talk about aeroplane, you talk about anything, you talk about any product, any service, they have it. And the biggest problem that the service professionals are facing is
Yeah.
If someone is posting a requirement on website.com, what they do is like they send that requirement to up to 7, 8, 9 different service professionals. Okay. So if a particular vendor is getting a lead from just there, then chances of getting him converted as lead is like 6, 7 times. And then one inquiry is being sent to 7, 8 people. So competency is very much like very different. And then there is a very big company where they have to maintain certain kind of protocol and all.
Yeah.
But
this is very interesting.
We started sending one lead to 3 service professionals only. And we guaranteed them that if an inquiry is wrong, if a particular number is wrong, we directly adjust that lead. We refund that. I mean, we won't take any money for that.
Okay.
So that means that we are giving a ROI-based kind of thing, where if you pay X amount, we are giving you the Y number of verified genuine inquiries. If any inquiry that we are sending to you is wrong, we will replace that inquiry. That's our selling point. First. And second selling point is instead of sending one inquiry to 7 or 5 different people.
Pradeep, just a second. One second, Pradeep. You are not charging for the lead, you're charging for the conversion.
No, not exactly. We are charging for lead only, but if lead is wrong, like say for example, someone I have sent a lead to a particular vendor, and when the vendor calls the consumer says, no, I never posted this. I don't need this service. So that is what I call a bad lead. I mean, there was no requirement. Someone has played with it.
Okay.
But just then do this thing. They cannot adjust this. And first thing. And second is they are doing this. They are sending one inquiry to 5, 6, 7, 8 different people. We are sending it to 3 people. So for service professionals is good. Even consumers feel irritated at times that I posted one inquiry, I need one vendor. Why the hell are you connecting with 7 different vendors? Whole day I'm receiving phone calls from packers and movers that boss, you have a requirement, you have a requirement.
So Pradeep, is there an algorithm how you determine which service providers to send a lead to?
Which service categories you're talking about?
No, which service provider? Like you get a lead and you have 10 service providers who could potentially fulfill that lead. How do you determine which 3 gets that lead?
In Service Mitra, we have algorithm written for that, where we check the locality, the city, locality, and we check the reviews and ratings. So if the service bad reviews and his overall rating comes below 3, we won't send the result to him. So that's kind of transparency and honestly what we are delivering. We have such an algorithm for that. And the algorithm is very simple. If someone who has more rating, who is coming up in the list, he will be getting more referral based on cities and area as well.
Okay.
So area, city, and rating is the criteria that we are considering at this point of time.
Okay. I think this is a very promising, very interesting venture. So you can build a string of services. I would even think that maybe doing it in the way you've done the previous site, the one that you talked about, movers, packers, quotes, there's a case for doing different brands for different categories of services. Movers, packers, quotes is one side of its own. Wedding planners is going to be a side of its own. So first and foremost, we build up the full movers, packers, quotes service, build it up in the right way. Then we do all the others, one by one, not all at once, but you do it different, in different sites. And I think the SEO implications for that is much better and so forth. So I think this actually is a very promising business that you can build very nicely. There are some positioning issues. That's exactly what I'm thinking, that Service Sutra may be the company, but the sites that you do may have to be specific to particular service categories. And I think that may be a better way to position this business than doing one umbrella portal called Service Sutra.
Go and create different portals for categories. So if you say one is for packers and movers, another is for wedding planners, another is for interior decorators, one more for a different service.
Yeah.
So that's what you are suggesting, right?
Yeah, I think so. And that way, I think a lot of your marketing and promotion will be taken care of with SEO, with organic search, and I think that may be the best way for you to bring this to market.
Okay.
Okay. And in terms of your other questions, creating credential and motivating service professionals to join in. I need to understand this question better. Typically, motivating service professionals to join in will happen when you have a critical mass of consumers. So you need.
Actually, the question was when what I did for Moverspack Quote was I had someone came on board and I started giving him leads. After sending leads into 1 month, he gave me some referral, and from there we started.
Yeah, that's exactly the way to do it.
His friends,
yeah.
Okay.
And now you have when you start launching the other sites gradually, not all at once. You have to prioritize which ones to go into and how. You're going to do the same thing. You're going to show what you're doing with the moving side, and you're going to tell them exactly how it works. And you say, come, you'll try to get five service professionals join, and then you'll build the early part of your business based on that, and then grow organically from there. Okay. Now, as far as your finding a mentor question, just hang on. I will talk about 1 million by 1 million premium in a little bit, so you can listen to that and decide whether you want to work with us. And in that case, yeah. Go ahead.
The question is, do you think that instead of doing per lead basis, you should go and ask vendors that please come join us, and we will charge you a certain percentage for each job that you are getting from us, instead of sending them leads. Currently what we are doing, we are sending a lead, we are sending you a contact number, we are charging you. We won't charge you anything. We will send you 10 referrals. If you convert 5 out of those, or say 1 out of those, just give me X percentage. Do you think that will be more viable for Service Mitra as well as the service professional?
It may be viable, but to do that, you're going to have to follow the Odesk model, where you have to control the entire financial transaction and everything within your network. There is a way to do that. It is a more complex business. There is definitely a way to do that, and that is a business model that has happened. It has happened quite a lot especially the entire Odesk marketplace operates like that. So that option remains as well. It is a more complex business because you're going to have to deal with all the financial transactions and everything. If you're up for that level of complexity, then we can look into that. But the business you're doing right now is a simpler business.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to advise me?
Lots of things. This is not a simple business to build. It's a very promising business to build. It's not a simple business to build. So, there's going to be a lot of nuances that you're going to have to work through. But I think you have a great start. You're off to a good start. You've done some good validation. So I think this business you can build into a significant size business. This is very viable, eminently viable, and we'd be very happy to help you do that. So why don't you hang on for a second? I'll talk about what you can get from the 1 million by 1 million program, and then you can decide whether you want to join the premium program or not. Okay?
Sure.
All right. We have one more presenter. That's you're welcome, Pradeep. Leandro, you are up next. Lead face.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. So let's go. My name is Leandro Teles. I'm a co-founder and CTO of LeadFace.com, a Brazilian company using crowdsourcing and collective intelligence to build a global brain. Okay? So let's see what it's talking about. LeadFace is a collective brain powered by crowdsourcing technology that gives you access to the human collective intelligence. What you were talking about? We're talking about a new kind of intelligence emerging from a propitious environment where people can share human cultural knowledge. that knowledge that we gather, we get by experience, not the knowledge that we get from the school or anything, but the knowledge that we get from experience. We believe that we all have doubts and questions in our day-to-day tasks, and if we try to search the web, we have to be prepared to waste our time visiting sites, digging blogs, and social networks. We don't find a straight channel for cultural knowledge. There's no place where you can go to get some answers for concerning cultural knowledge. Even a question and answer website is not able to give you a simple answer that really matters, because all of those sites don't take into account who you are and what you like. Okay? Okay. Every time you ask a question on Leadface, based on your profile and interaction, Leadface searches the best group of people and put them all together to work in real time. So Leadface knows it so well that it picked the right group around the world to create together a custom answer so users don't get a list of replies, but one unique answer created just for who is asking. Okay? So this is the product. This is what Leadface aims to do. What is our value propositions? Let's see. Here we have two advantages compared to other question and answer websites. The first one is, instead of user selecting what questions he is going to answer, Leadface selects the best group of people to answer. So it's the opposite. This ensures the quality of the answer. Okay? You don't go there and say, okay, I know something about this, I'll try to answer something. No. Leadface knows if you know something about the issue, about that subject. So Leadface will pick you to answer that question. This is the first advantage. The second one is every user is anonymous to other users. There is no names, no pictures, no evidence, just knowledge. This is the main advantage we have compared to the other websites. Why? Because of the anonymous thing, we believe that people will put more about them than they usually do on any other anonymous social network, like Facebook, for example. They don't have a reason to hide anything about themselves. So this allows Leadface to keep collecting relevant information about them and make Leadface be able to match the right group of people to answer a question. Okay? So when we talk about business, about money and revenue, what are you talking about? We're talking about, we have three business models here. And one of them is collective intelligence in company. We believe that Leadface can help companies have day-to-day problems solved faster and better because it avoids that someone does a mistake or even doesn't do something just because he or she lacks of some specific knowledge. Nobody has to be afraid of ask something and get pointed like you don't know this, you shouldn't be here, you shouldn't be working on this company because you don't know this. So it avoids that. Leadface is the platform where every single employee can ask for any kind of help and can get helped by other employees who face it and probably solved that problem before. So
let's actually talk. Leandro, let's talk about where you're going. Who's the customer and what is the value proposition? I've got the question answer piece, the knowledge base piece we understand, but who are you doing this for?
Okay, so when you put Leadface in company, we have the customer is the company. Okay, company has to buy the solution or license or something. We have to figure out how we're going to make how do we sell this product. But anyway, if we go to a medium to big size companies, they have to buy the lead phase, and lead phase will be the platform where the people will work on to have their problems solved. Okay, so they are our first customers. That's right.
Well, I'm listening. I don't agree with everything you say. So I'm just trying to understand what assumptions you are working with, and then I will give you feedback once I get a reasonable understanding of what you're talking about. So if you're talking about a portal that is happening inside of a company, then there is no question of contextual advertising, because if the business is buying the solution, there is no need for advertising. There is no question about advertising. It is going to be a platform where people ask and answer questions, and there is this whole knowledge management, crowdsourced knowledge management space, enterprise 3.0. This is going through a lot of activity right now. You're going to face a lot of competition.
Yeah,
so perfect. Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah, this is the first business model. It's separated. We have two business models for two different markets target. So we are talking about the first one, the medium to big size companies. But yeah, we still have the contextual advertising. It's separated.
Okay, so as far as I can understand that your perspective is from I know you're the CTO of the company, and your perspective is of the technologist. But this is, please understand that from a business point of view, what you have put together here is very weak. It is. You talked about financing. This project is not ready for financing by any means.
Why not? What do you mean? Why it's weak?
Because you don't have the pieces so you can't say that you're going to do a B2B product and then you're going to have contextual advertising. These things don't make any logical sense.
Okay, it's
see,
okay,
a business.
If we focus,
let me
forget about
to you. Just a second. Let me explain to you what happens in a financing round. When you're trying to raise money, you're going to have to present a value proposition. You're going to have to solve a problem based on a value proposition and powered by some sort of technology, and a customer will need to pay for that. So what you've presented to me is a very convoluted value proposition. If you're talking about solving the knowledge management problem inside of an organization, whether there are various different companies that are doing that, the specific terminology that you will hear, crowdsourced expertise location, crowdsourced knowledge management, all these things, this is happening a lot. There's a lot of competitive dynamics going on in that particular market, and you have to understand and analyze that competitive analysis and position your company in a very specific way so that you have something differentiated and something compelling in the B2B market space, and you can go to customers and sell this product. That's one option. The other option is you do a B2C product like Quora that is supported by contextual advertising, that is not B2B, that is B2C, and that is or B2 maybe small business or something. That is a different value proposition. That is a completely different business. And as far as I'm concerned, you cannot be, and as far as investors are concerned, you cannot be in two businesses. You have to be in one business, because as a small company, you have very limited resource. Each of these businesses are complex, fully involved businesses where you have to put all your resources into building one or the other. So my first question to you is, which one is it? Is it one or the other? Is it a B2B business going after large enterprises and handling the knowledge management, crowdsourced knowledge management problem? Or is it a B2C business or B2 small business thing that is an advertising supported portal where people like Quora, where people are coming to ask questions? Is it a white label, private gated community for a business which business pays for? Or is it a portal, a public portal where anybody can ask questions? That's the first question that you don't have answer to yet.
Okay, so first, thank you very much for this advice. That's the kind of advice we were looking for. Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, but we know that we have to focus on one business. We have to test our market and prove that our business model is going to work. But we still believe that we can go to any of these. We're not sure yet which one is better and faster. This is one of the questions that we had to you. It's on I guess, the last slide. But yeah, we have to choose, and we don't know how to choose that. But let's suppose we pick one of them. If we go to the company's market, we know that it's a completely different business from the advertising stuff. We know that. But we, as a product, as a technology, let's face it, fits almost the same. We know that the business is different, but the product, the technology used behind that is almost the same. So
that doesn't matter.
That's why
Leandro, it doesn't matter whether the technology is same or not. The business is entirely different, and people do not invest in companies based on technology. They build technology only. Technology is one of the components, but really the component that people base their investment decisions on is the markets. And the markets that you're going after are two completely different markets, and the problems you're solving are completely different problems. So I think you have to make that decision, one or the other. And I frankly, I can help. I know the process of how you get to the decision of one or the other, but there's a lot more analysis that you have to do. I can guide you. I can mentor you on how to do that analysis. I can teach you how to create the framework for that analysis and make those decisions. But that decision has to be made before you talk to any investors.
Okay, perfect. That probably is the next step we have to take. We have already done something. Actually, we are doing something to validate. We are not stopping on that. Okay. But yeah, we don't have the numbers yet, so we don't know.
Not just numbers. There's a framework for making these kinds of decisions, and these are the exact kinds of things that we teach in 1 million by 1 million, is so that you can make those decisions. It's not just numbers. You need the competitive landscape. You need to analyze exactly if you were to go for this, in enterprise strategy, you need to identify exactly who else is in that market, what is their positioning, what does the competitive landscape look like, what is the adoption. There's a substantial amount of homework that you need to do to make even the decisions on each of these markets. So yes, you have a certain technology and a certain core competency on the technical side. Now you need to put together all the business framework around it, do the analysis, and we will help you do that. And then you need to make that decision of which business you're going to build based on that data. And then you need to do further work to validate that particular market, whichever business, whichever market you decide to go after. And then comes the question of investment.
Okay, one more question. Do you think that we have to choose one business model, and we have to focus on that and follow, try to achieve the success on that market? Do you believe that we can, after we are profitable on that, after we get revenue from that, do you believe that we can move and try to target another market or using the same structure, the same company, or do you think that we have to build a completely different business if we are successful in one market and want to go to another one?
So the question is, how big is the opportunity in one or the other? In general, the business to business markets, if you go that route, and let's say this becomes an enterprise product, right? You are going to do crowdsourced knowledge management inside of enterprises. That is a very large market in itself. That you can build, probably $500 million company just based on that market. And if you go that route, then I would suggest you stick to that business and build your entire team, because the teams are different. The team that is going to help you execute on an enterprise strategy and the team that is going to be a consumer strategy are very different teams. So typically people do not do, you can, over time, it's all a matter of time. You become a $500 million company or become a $200 million company and you decide that you want to open up a SME/consumer portal, you can do it. That is not a problem. You can do it from the same company.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So, but before that, we have to be someone in some marketing, any market.
Yeah, you have to build one business really well and validate it and make it successful before you go to the other business.
Okay. One more question, if you allow me to ask. What about selling this information to companies? We have questions and answers. We have something that has real value. What about selling this content to consumer content companies like Google or Yahoo.com? Do you think it's a big business?
No, I don't think so.
No?
No.
Okay. What about partnerships? What about partnership? We become partner of any other company that uses content. Like, for example, we could become partner of some question and answer a website like Quora, Varken, any of them. Do you think that a partnership is good to us to get started? Then we can can follow our road alone.
I'm not sure what value proposition you would offer to Quora. I'd like to understand, what can you do that Quora cannot do, given the kind of momentum they have. So if you want to do a partnership with Quora or sell technology to Quora, I would need to understand, to be able to advise you on that, I would need to understand what is it that you can do that Quora cannot do.
We have this answer. But anyway, I'm not talking about Quora specifically, but yeah, we do have something different. But I'm talking about, for example, with become partnership of some company that has a platform to that allows a company employees to collaborate when they are develop some projects. We can be part of that and allow the companies to make question and answer and get the answers faster.
I think the question you're asking is, can you do some quote unquote services projects for other companies that may need your technology and start off that way? That is a viable strategy. Yes, that is a viable strategy.
Okay, so that's what.
That is one way to bootstrap this business. Yes, that is a viable strategy.
Yeah, that's why we are figuring out if it's going to work.
That is a viable strategy.
Okay, and so what else can you tell us? Because we know. Let me tell you, we know that we are starting to take the steps that we have to take to validate to choose the business model and validate our assumptions. We knew that before we joined this public meeting. That's why we were a kind of, okay, let's say we feel we can do something.
It's no problem. Anyway, this is a very safe environment. The whole point of this meeting is to help you answer your questions and make progress. So if you allow me why don't you hold the rest of your questions for a minute? Let me take 5-10 minutes to explain to you how we work with companies like you for the benefit of all of you who are in the room today, those of you who presented, as well as those of you who are trying to understand how we help our entrepreneurs. Let me explain to you how 1 million by 1 million works. and then you can decide how you want to use the service.
Okay, perfect. I'm ready.
All right. So before I go on to that segment, let me just give you a quick tip. On our Facebook page, that's facebook.com/1m/1m, we have a little poll. So all of you who are attending the meeting today, or all of you who have, who are presenting and you want to get your friends to vote for you, just go and vote for your favorite company, favorite presentation from today. And it's a little fun thing that a lot of people enjoy seeing which company wins, and you're very welcome to vote. And if you are trying to win the contest, get your friends to come and vote for you. So let's talk about how we work with you in 1 million by 1 million. So as I said, the goal is to help 1 million entrepreneurs reach $1 million in annual revenue and beyond. And the website is 1m1m.sramanamitra.com. What we give you as resources as part of the program, first and foremost, is the blog. The blog is www.sramanamitra.com, and many of you come here because you follow the blog and you know the blog. All the resources on the blog are free, and we publish tons of content that's related to entrepreneurship, and we help you learn about entrepreneurship through that blog. And we publish lots of case studies, stories of successful entrepreneurs, and so forth. Then there is the Entrepreneur Journeys book series. There are 4 volumes of Entrepreneur Journeys books, and these consist of case studies and some synthesis of best practices in entrepreneurship. And the books are Entrepreneur Journeys Volume 1. Entrepreneur Journeys Volume 2 is Bootstrapping, Weapon of Mass Reconstruction. Volume 3 is Positioning, How to Test, Validate, and Bring Your Idea to Market. And Volume 4 is Innovation Need of the Hour. Now, these books are kind of a precursor to what became the 1 million by 1 million program, the premium program, which I'll tell you about in a minute. And it starts to synthesize some of the nuggets of what we have learned in doing 6 years worth of case studies with very, very successful entrepreneurs. The books are available on Amazon and Kindle internationally. And for India, it's available on Flipkart. You can order it through Flipkart. Now, every Thursday, we host these online strategy roundtables. We are actually, in just a couple of weeks, we're going to host our 100th roundtable. So this has been going on for a long time. We've helped a lot of entrepreneurs through this program. We've had thousands of people attend the program, and I've coached over 400 entrepreneurs at this point through this program. And this is, again, a free program. And then we have the premium program, which consists of extensive methodology guidance. So a lot of the questions that you're asking me today, you're trying to make decisions. Should I go this way or that way? Should I go B2B or B2C? Should I go, which market segment should I go after? How do I position my company? How do I create a differentiated, defensible market position? How do I do comparative positioning? All these different pieces that any business needs to answer, all this is tackled in our methodology and the curriculum that teaches that methodology. The curriculum consists of video lectures and case studies, and I will take you through what's in the curriculum. In addition, we do a lot of business development for you. We connect you to potential channel partners, we connect you to potential customers, we connect you to investors. Those of you who are looking for financing, we have a very solid network in the investment community, in the global investment community. And when you come as a 1 million by 1 million entrepreneur to investors, they know that you have gone through a certain level of grooming, a certain level of due diligence. We do not send you to investors until you're ready. We will prepare you. We will help you answer all the questions that investors would be asking you and will be needing to make an investment decision, favorable investment decision, and then we bring you into investors' discussions. So we don't send you to investors prematurely just to get rejected. 99% of the deals of the entrepreneurs who go out to seek financing get rejected. So there's no point for you to go to investors without actually being prepared. So we take you through all that process of getting you ready to go see investors. There's extensive strategy consulting, just the kind of consulting that we are doing right now in this session. We have private versions of that. We have private roundtables that are members only as part of the premium program. So all this, as well as we have extensive PR outreach. So we bring you into our PR relationships. We have huge voice in the marketplace. I write a lot of columns. The blog is a very well-known blog. And we have a very, very active Twitter channel, as many of you have said that you have come here through the Twitter channel because you found out about us through the Twitter channel or through the blog. These are very well-read, well-attended channels through which we also help you access your target audience, whether it's your customers or the influencers that will help you reach your customers. We help you with that as well. Now, one of the first things I would ask you to do as you go through the 1 million by 1 million program is the self-assessment. We have a 9-point questionnaire framework here for you to go through and really understand where you are in your business. And for every single question, we also have curriculum modules to teach you exactly what I'm talking about when we are asking these questions. So if you have gaps in your understanding of what those issues are, you can go study the curriculum and get up to speed on what you need to learn. Then we have the curriculum itself, and let me actually talk about a little. So in the premium program, by the way, if you're trying to understand what's in the premium program, let me refer you to a couple of other things. On the top right corner of this page, you'll find premium program and FAQ. What to expect for the premium program is what you find in the premium program page. And I encourage you to go through it in detail. Go through the FAQ in detail as well. That will help you understand again in further detail what is in the program. Our methodology is lean, capital efficient, bootstrap startups. So we will never guide you to go in a direction where with a strategy that will require that you immediately raise very serious amounts of money. We will help you put pieces together, help you put one foot before the other, help you with strategies on how to bootstrap your company the best, and to build your company in a lean, capital efficient manner. In the curriculum, you'll find a core section and an elective section. The core curriculum consists of seven specific modules. Those are bootstrapping, positioning, market sizing, customer validation, financing, customer acquisition, and team building. And those are modules that we encourage all of you who are working with early stage startups, which almost every one of you are. We want you to really absorb those 7 modules in depth, because that's where you are going to plug a lot of the gaps you have in your understanding of building a business. And the way, we kind of talk about it as if you don't really have time. You're building a business. You're already building a business. You do not have time to go get an MBA right now. So basically, we are teaching you a very entrepreneur-specific MBA curriculum here that you can rapidly digest in about 50, 60 hours and immediately apply to your business, to your project. And whereas a Harvard Business School MBA is going to cost $100,000 a year, and it's going to take 2 years of your life, and all the opportunity cost, you're going to probably forego in earnings another $200,000. So altogether, this is like a $400,000 to $500,000 investment. Instead, by doing 1 million by 1 million at a $1,000 annual membership fee, you can plug a lot of the gaps in your knowledge that you need to be able to bring a product to market and build a business as an entrepreneur using our curriculum. So that is kind of the thought process behind it. Then we also have elective modules, and elective modules are aligned with the industry trends that we see in the market, whether it's Web 3.0 and e-commerce, cloud computing and business solutions, outsourcing and consulting, mobile and social apps, healthcare IT, online education, gaming. We have elective modules around every single one of these industry trends. Those are roughly the areas in which we work. We don't really work in, if you're trying to build a laundromat, that is not what you come to 1 million by 1 million for. Most of you are technology businesses, online businesses, internet businesses, outsourcing businesses. These kinds of businesses we are very good at. We understand them at very deep levels. And those of you who follow our blog or Twitter channels, you know the depth of knowledge that exists in this community on those topics. So all of those areas we can help you with. So that's kind of the the background of the curriculum. The delivery of the curriculum is in form of video lectures and case studies. And these case studies, we have developed these case studies for 6 years. So I have actually sat down with entrepreneurs, successful entrepreneurs, interviewed them and figured out how they have been successful. And they have shared very generously their success strategies and what they have learned in their entrepreneurial journey. This is why you see this entrepreneur journey brand everywhere in this 1 million by 1 million program, because these entrepreneurs, successful entrepreneurs, have shared their entrepreneurial journey with us, through which we are able to teach you what you need to learn. And you can think about it, even though the video lectures are delivered by me, you can think about this as you are being coached and mentored and taught by over 500 very successful entrepreneurs, thought leaders, industry leaders. And that is a very, very, very powerful curriculum and a very, very powerful community. Because not only are these people able to teach you through these case studies and through these video lectures, these are the people that are around us. So where it makes sense, we will be able to connect the dots so that you can leverage the intense power, the networks, the knowledge, the horsepower of this network. So, and this network is not just the people who are in these interviews in the case studies, but they are also my personal business network. I have been a serial entrepreneur in Silicon Valley. I've done 3 companies. 1 million by 1 million is my 4th venture. And I have done 10 years of strategy consulting up and down the value chain of Silicon Valley, all through even very small companies, VCs, angel investors, and very large companies, all the way from SAP, Best Buy. In Latin America, Mercado Libre was one of my clients. So there's a very deep Rolodex and a very deep knowledge base that helps you. On your screen right now is an example of a company that is about 100 million plus company with a large enterprise sales channel. Some of our 1 million by 1 million companies are going to market through this sales channel. And this is a deal that I have created for some of our premium companies. And as we are piloting this relationship right now, as we finish the pilot, we're going to put more of our 1 million by 1 million companies through relationships, this relationship as well as other relationships. So there are some very, very powerful business development channels as part of this program. Now, what on your screen right now is an article that I wrote about one of our companies, one of the 1 million by 1 million premium companies, that has a solution that plugs a gap in Google's enterprise solution. This is the App Engine product. And this was published in Read Write Web. And this gave them huge exposure to an audience that they're trying to reach. So these are examples of ways in which we can impact your business. This particular slide shows you an example of a company who was presenting at one of these free roundtables, and he came to my Facebook page and said, Sramana, I wish I had access to 1 million by 1 million 2 years back when I had raised a substantial amount of angel financing, but now I've run out of all that money because I made all sorts of mistakes. mistakes that you are teaching entrepreneurs not to make in 1 million by 1 million. So what is the lesson? What is the moral of that story? If you follow our methodology, you will avoid making a lot of mistakes that entrepreneurs make all the time. And you don't need to make those mistakes because we can help you. We can prevent you from making those mistakes by teaching you the right sequence of doing things in an entrepreneurial journey. We do work with a lot of incubators in different parts of the world. So if you are, if you're coming from a part of the world which could use a program like 1 million by 1 million from a regional entrepreneurship development point of view, please feel free to introduce us to incubators in your community, and we'll be very happy to partner with them. We have very definitive models in which we partner with people. It's an affiliate program, affiliate model. And we have our 100th roundtable coming up on October 6th, and we will have a large number of at least a dozen of our 1 million by 1 million premium members speaking in that event, sharing with you what they're doing, what their business is all about, and how they're using the 1 million by 1 million program to make progress in the program. So we very much encourage you to come to the 100th Roundtable program, because you will hear from people who are using this program in a very effective way, and you can ask questions of these entrepreneurs. Also, we continue to have these sessions, the general roundtables, every Thursday. So the next one's on September 22nd. We have September 29th, October 13th, October 20th, October 27th. Every Thursday, basically at 8 a.m. Pacific time, we have these roundtables, and you're very welcome to come and utilize these roundtables to get your businesses checked, assessed, evaluated by me. I'm going to open up my group chat, and you can ask questions. I will take questions from the public in this session. So you're very welcome to ask questions there. Leandro, you were saying you could not hear me from the last 10 minutes. It sounds like your computer is on mute, perhaps. You can play the recording later and listen to what I said about the 1 million by 1 million premium program after this show is over. If there are any other questions, please ask quickly, because we are we try to finish this call at 9:30 a.m. and we're already 9:32, so we don't have a lot of time to do Q&A. Meanwhile, for people in India or people interested in Indian businesses or doing business in India, please pick up Vision India 2020. It's my book of $45 billion business ideas, and it will give you a very good, very solid ramp into Indian opportunities and Indian businesses. It is written as business fiction set in 2020, looking back on building these businesses. And on your screen right now are our various partners in different parts of the world whom we work with in making the 1 million by 1 million program a success. Startup America Partnership, Microsoft BizSpark, Read Write Web, the MIT Club of Northern California, various Thai chapters in different parts of the world, and various incubators in different parts of the world are all part of the program. Persistent Systems is a corporate partner of ours. So that's pretty much it. And of course, we have an affiliate program through which you can partner with us, and some of our affiliates are in the room right now. We do offer 10% affiliate membership fee to our affiliates for bringing on premium members to the program, and you're also welcome to become an affiliate. And of course, our technology partner is VView, who helps us host these roundtables. Now, one other point, we do have a conference call on Monday morning. This is this coming Monday at 8 a.m. Pacific time, and you can join this conference call to ask me questions about joining the premium program. So, Maureen or Ken, if you could put in the URL of that call, that would be great. You can come to that call if you're ready to join the premium program. If you have some remaining questions, you can come to that call, ask me those questions, and get your clarification, and go ahead and join the program so that we can get you going. By the way, those of you who are trying to get your act together in terms of financing, now is a very good time to do that. Fall is a good time for financing. September, October, November are very good months for financing. So if you can come and join the program and follow our methodology and get your act together so that we can get you in front of investors in October, November, these are very good times to raise money. So that's pretty much all I have to say. If you have any questions, those of you who need to leave, please feel free to leave. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask in the group chat. I'll try to answer very quickly. And I'm going to try to find the conference call registration link for you. Here we go. Folks, I just put in the link for the conference call. You can go to the Eventbrite page and register for that call. Thank you, Frank. Thanks for your comments. All right, folks, looks like we are done with questions, Q&A, and we are going to come back here next week. So feel free to come back and continue to use the program. And please help us spread the word through Twitter, through your Facebook networks, through your personal networks. Please help other entrepreneurs access this program. You're welcome, Sudesh.